Hello and welcome to a tutorial for how to change a matrix into its row reduced form using MATLAB. Before we begin, we need to know what exactly a row reduced form of a matrix is. For this matrix A to be in its row reduced form, it should have an all zero row at the very bottom of it. Also, every leading non-zero element of every row should be followed by only zeros in its respective column. Also, every leading non-zero element of every row should be to the right of the non-zero element of its previous row. To change this matrix into its row reduced form, we can very clearly see that 3 is the leading non-zero element in the first row, which means that the elements below it, which are 1 and 4, should be 0. To do this, we can perform a few basic operations. So, the first operation that we can perform is to subtract 4 times the second row from the third row. In MATLAB, we can do this by simply specifying row number in this format. Here, A in parenthesis we can write 3 comma and colon. This means the entire third row of the matrix A should now be equal to the third row of matrix A minus 4 times the second row of matrix A. If we run this, we can see that now we have 1 0 here. But for this to be in a row reduced form, 1 here should also not, this should also be 0. To do that, what we can do is to subtract 1 by 3 times the first row from the second row itself. So the second row should be the second row minus 1 by 3 times of row 1. Now we have all zeros under the leading non-zero element of the first row. But and also the leading non-zero element of the second row is to the right of the leading non-zero element of the first row. But since this is a leading non-zero element, this should be 0. To do that, what we can do is to add the second row 3 times into the third row. So that can be done by this. So this here is our matrix in its row reduced form. Thank you.